Imagine a scenario where a major corporation makes a promise, receives significant financial backing based on that promise, and then seemingly backtracks. That's precisely what's unfolding between the Canadian government and Stellantis, the multinational automotive giant behind brands like Jeep, Chrysler, and Dodge. The core issue? Canada feels betrayed, and they're not afraid to fight back. Recently, Stellantis unveiled a massive $13 billion investment plan focused on its American operations, including shifting production of the Jeep Compass from its plant in Brampton, Ontario, to a facility in Illinois. This announcement has ignited a firestorm of controversy north of the border. Canada's Industry Minister, Mélanie Joly, has publicly stated that Stellantis made a legally binding commitment to maintain operations in Brampton in exchange for substantial financial support from the Canadian government. Now, with the planned shift of Jeep Compass production, Joly is threatening legal action, vowing to exercise all options, including legal, if Stellantis doesn't uphold its end of the bargain. Think of it like signing a contract and then deciding to ignore it. Not a good look, especially when billions of dollars are involved. Stellantis, for its part, maintains that it is investing in Canada and has future plans for the Brampton plant. However, the company hasn't yet disclosed the details, leading to further skepticism. A Stellantis spokesperson stated that Canada is very important to us. We have plans for Brampton and will share them upon further discussions with the Canadian government. But here's where it gets controversial. The Canadian government's perspective is that they essentially saved Stellantis, then Chrysler, from collapse during the 2009 financial crisis. As Joly pointedly stated in her letter to Stellantis CEO Antonio Filosa, the country provided the company with billions of dollars in assistance. She went on to say, "We were there for the company in 2009 to pull it back from the brink of bankruptcy, and now we expect you to be there for Canadians." This highlights a sense of obligation and reciprocity that Canada feels Stellantis is now ignoring. Prime Minister Mark Carney has also weighed in, stating that the government is working with Stellantis to protect the jobs of employees at the Brampton site and exploring ways to create new opportunities for them locally. This suggests that the Canadian government is actively seeking alternative solutions to mitigate the potential job losses resulting from the Jeep Compass production shift. And this is the part most people miss. This isn't just about one car model or one plant. It's about trust, international trade agreements, and the perceived reliability of multinational corporations. It also raises questions about the impact of political decisions, such as tariffs, on business investment strategies. Reuters reported that Stellantis paused retooling the Brampton factory in February after then U.S. President Donald Trump announced tariffs against Canadian goods. This illustrates how trade policies can significantly influence corporate decision-making, sometimes with unintended consequences. Stellantis does have ongoing expansion plans at its Windsor, Ontario plant, which the company says will create 1,500 new jobs to meet the growing demand for models like the Chrysler Pacifica and the Dodge Charger Scat Pack. But the loss of Jeep Compass production from Brampton raises questions about the net impact on the Canadian automotive industry. Stellantis also owns 14 car brands, including Alfa Romeo, Maserati, Jeep, Fiat, Citroën, Chrysler, and Dodge, and has manufacturing plants in the US, the UK, Europe, Canada, Mexico, and South America. This situation also shines a light on the broader trade relationship between Canada and the United States. Remember when Trump introduced car tariffs to boost the American car manufacturing industry? But within a month, he eased tariffs on foreign car parts. And more recently, a new 10% tariff on softwood lumber from Canada went into effect, meaning these products now face levies of more than 45%. These ongoing trade disputes add complexity to the business environment and can influence companies' decisions about where to invest and manufacture. What do you think? Did Stellantis violate a moral or legal obligation to Canada? Should governments offer financial incentives to corporations to retain jobs? And what are the risks associated with that strategy? Is it fair for companies to change their plans based on shifting political landscapes and trade policies? Share your thoughts in the comments below.